Hi, I'm Catherine.
I'm Yeda.
We're going to be sharing from the last portion of the Law of Revival.
So many people enjoy the Lord several times or many times, but although we have tasted the sweetness of the Lord's love and experienced His riches, but these experiences are rather shallow or are in initial stage. If we remain in this stage, one day God will cause us realize that we are constricted by a wall and cannot move, and that He is mountain leaping and He is keeping Christ.
Amen.
Here are the way to leap and skip over the mountains and hills. It is living His resurrection.
Amen.
He comes to call us out of ourselves and to come away and to walk with Him.
Right.
This is entering into in His resurrection. So we have to allow our human element to be put to death, and God's element to be brought forth through that.
Amen. Right, so Philippians 3:10 tells us to know Christ, or to know Him, and the power of His resurrection, and the fellowship of His sufferings, being conformed to His death. This means that Paul allowed his human element to be put to death so that God's element can be brought forth from death, or from death. So we see that just merely the enjoyment of Christ is not enough, but we need a vision, a revelation of his resurrection. And so when we see such a resurrection, we know we are able to endure the sufferings, just as Paul did in prison. He saw Christ in His resurrection, and he saw the purpose of His sufferings was to bring him into resurrection with Christ. And so the Lord brings us through times of trials and sufferings, so that we can go through a revival with Him. And so when we experience Him in His resurrection, it brings us deeper and further into experience of Him as grace. So when others may think that our situation looks very tough. They're like, it looks like a winter, it looks like you're going down. But we will say, no, the winter is past. The flowers are blooming and the birds are singing. This indicates that we know Christ in His resurrection. And when we know Him in His resurrection, we will be fresh, living, strong, and powerful. And we can experience this resurrection every day. Amen.